Hello again. Is this blurry or are my glasses dirty or is it both? I I guess yeah, it's all of the above. Anyway, by seeing this blurry face, you should know that I am releasing one of my super ultra rare collector YouTube videos. And as you can also tell, I have upgraded nothing in my life. My workspace, that's supposed to be for making videos as well as research for my writing and reading for reviews, still a mess. Equipment for making videos, still bargain basement. In fact, it might even be worse because I had to do an emergency laptop replacement. So this might in fact be a lower quality than even the low quality I was doing before. We are still filming in my kitchen because that's just easier. My husband isn't home, so my dogs obviously think every noise is him, so you can look forward to barking in the background. But at least this is like the cleanest our kitchen has been. You can't really see too much of it, and our refrigerator is covered in magnets and stickers and stuff, so it always looks messy. But believe me, this is actually a much cleaner space than previous videos have had. I thought that since we're at the end of the year slash beginning of the year, because let's be honest, I'm recording this on December 30th, and the odds of me doing my meager editing and actually publishing it tomorrow is non-existent. So this will probably be more of a new year, but we'll look at it as a end of year, start of new year kind of video. And mainly what it is I have a modest stack of free review copies of things, and as I've said in previous like PR unboxing type videos, I like doing these because obviously I'm only one person. I can only generate so many reviews at a time. I can only read so much. I work a day job, blah blah blah. You've heard all the excuses before. So I like doing these so that way I can at least let people know what kind of books are coming out from what publishers, so that way I can share some of the information that I'm fortunate enough to get like mailed to me or emailed into my inbox. Because, you know, the nice thing, unlike people that like to review like fiction and all this stuff, the nice thing about kind of witchy spirituality books is that as long as they're in print, there's always somebody who's going to be at least a little interested in what the content is. As a friend of mine who's no longer with us would say, oh, these subject matters are evergreen, so there's always somebody who wants to know. And so I think it's nice to get to share it with you. And although I don't have a huge amount of reach, I mean, it's nice to at least let publishers know that I'm trying to at least let the information get out to the people that their stuff exists. Um, I'm not sure who all I've got, but I'm gonna guess, knowing just looking at the packaging, which I did pre-slice open but didn't look inside. Generally, we get Llewellyn, Inner Traditions, and Weiser Books are like the big three, with the occasional independent publisher or an author will send me something directly. So I guess with no further ado, we should. Oh, actually, further ado. This is actually being recorded relatively early in the day, and so for the first time, I think ever, I'm recording a non tipsy video, which is very off brand, but I mean, it's like 10 in the morning, and even I'm not that much of a functional alcoholic. So the beverage of choice today is orange seltzer, which, by the way, makes a fabulous mixer for lots of things. So, you know, you could pretend. It also means that all the stammering, rambling, and inappropriate things that I say, I can't blame on alcohol like previous videos. All right, now, with no further ado, let's see what we've got here. So, I've got a nice little flat here, and well, oh, I've been seeing this bouncing around online. It's the Rosicrucian counterculture from Ronnie Pontiac. I'm excited. I think I might have requested uh, this review copy that I got. Ronnie Pontiac's claim to fame is working as a research assistant for Manly. Is it? Yeah, it was Manly P. Hall's research assistant for 7 years, and obviously they've done lots of other stuff, but I was very intrigued just by the whole thing. This is from Inner Traditions. Let's see, it's probably already, knowing me, it's probably already out. Do I have a little sheet in here to tell me how far behind I am? I do not, but I suspect that I'm way behind. Yeah, this only does year. So you can, if you're interested, you can look for it now. Obviously, a lot of these books end up in the Magical Buffet bookshop that I've set up, and I'll have a link down there for it. So you can find a lot of the books there, and when you shop there, I make a small percentage of sales from it. But more importantly, it supports independent bookstores in the US instead of Amazon. All right, this time, what do we got? Well, we have a sell sheet at least, so that way I'll be able to tell you how far behind I am. Oh, yep, so yeah, I wanted this one mainly because it was written by Jason Miller. This is Financial Sorcery, and I do enjoy Jason Miller's work. I'm not a huge fan of like financial magic and that kind of thing, like that kind of book. Which is funny only because like I am like a folk magic kind of gal, so I do a lot of like bring me prosperity type of thing. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm a hypocrite. But yeah, honestly, if somebody had just been, hey, Rebecca, you want to review a book called Financial Sorcery, I would have been like, meh. But do I want to read one written by Jason Miller? That I do. And also, I believe I was reading online, this is actually like a reprint, so it's got some updated stuff, which I assume is just going to be about how capitalism is just killing us all, killing us all. Okay, so I'm only a little behind on sharing this one. This came out December 8th from Weiser Books. And like I said, I did in fact request this because I was interested in Jason Miller writing about financial sorcery. All right, next, it's like Christmas. It's like a Christmas, except I know I'm going to get books or tarot, which I don't hate. That's a really good Christmas. Ooh. Okay, so nothing, no sell sheets. So again, can't tell you when this came out, but oh yeah, I saw photos of this. This looks so cool. Yeah, the runes and root oracle. I'm not sure if I can get rid of the glare. Did I? I did. I left my opening knife around. So let's remove the outer wrapper so that way there's no glare. Step one. Well, okay, still glare. How dare they have a protective shell on their cardboard packaging? But this was looking super cool. This is from Inner Traditions. I wanted to try to open it up and show you guys a card or two, but oh, and again, sober. All right, well, I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch me fight with it. I'm definitely going to do a review on this deck, so you can look forward to that. And I always try to include photos in my reviews of what the cards look like, because let's be real, people, a well-designed deck is only as good as the illustrations that go with it. So people want to see, the people want to see what the art looks like, as do I. So that one you will see at some point. So I guess look forward to that. Keep an eye out. This is a big burrito of bubble packaging. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I sliced it open. Let me in. All right. Oh, I did not request this, but I do not hate receiving it. So this is a actual uncorrected proof that Llewellyn sent me, which because the book doesn't come out till January. They gave it to me because they're like, there's a chance you might actually do something with it before it publishes. But it is, as I assume it's pronounced Rachel, despite being spelled like differently. But this looks really kind of neat. You know, I'm a lady who loves the witchy shit, so I'm I am very excited to get a peek at this. It's fun to get advanced reader copies, which are like the ones that aren't going to be for sale. They're for, and hopefully, in theory, when they send them out, the idea is that I read and review it leading up to the release so people will be excited for the release. I'm slow, and so that very rarely happens. And so I make sure that the publishers are aware of that. But sometimes they'll still send them that way, which is cool. The downside is that finished products, you get to see like everything. And sometimes when you get these, like artwork is missing or appendixes, things like that. But again, in case you were curious, so advanced reader copy is like that, whereas these other books that I've already opened up, they are fully done in print, and I'm getting them either when they come out or shortly before because they're already printed up. So there's your little, in case you didn't know, Etsy, now you know. Oh yes, I asked for this one. All right, so one of the very first books on Magic that I ever got was from Amber Kay. And so when Llewellyn was willing to send me, I mean, basically anything by Amber Kay, but especially Stone Witchery and Divination, I was like, sign me up. I want it. So I'm very excited. Ooh, and okay, so I mean, obviously, like most, it's mostly black and white, but we do get obviously, some pretty color, crystal and mineral shots, which is always nice. I'm very excited to take a look through this bad boy, and I don't see, yeah, it is not an advanced reader copy, so that means it's probably out or out very, very soon. Oh, this came out in October. Yeah, this is. Have you noticed a lot of these are about like watch Rebecca be sad about how little she does? So yeah, I feel bad, but that is out now, and I'm stoked. And I'm stoked. Oh! Let's make some excited noise. It is Judica, Magic Spells Oracle. Now, let me. Okay, Weiser, Weiser, we need to have a talk. Did I not do a whole video about how you have created the best format for decks? Like the next evolutionary step, the better than sliced bread version? And I did, and yet why am I holding this in the old school standard format? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a lady who loves a deck, so, but I'm just saying, why did I lavish all that praise if you're gonna turn around and put Judica back in our little basic bitch style deck instead of the really cool style? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, obviously, if you're not familiar, it's the this person is like one of the queens of encyclopedias and compendiums. I always say it's her and Sandra Kynes are like the queens. So I do like seeing that they've been putting her research to more products than just giant books, which don't get me wrong, I like big books. But it's nice to see them doing some other stuff. This one I could get open so we can actually take a little peek. We've got a really nice, sturdy, full color, full color like guidebook. So I always like that. It's in a little trade paperback style. Yeah, now here's the thing. All right, so we're opening it up. We're looking at some cards. One, love the Stone Crow like background, but the artwork is in fact delightful, stunning, simple but striking. All of that. But again, it's like, so it's not like there's such huge, intricate, jaw-dropping art that it needs like all this extra space to expand on. Okay, I'm being bitter. I like the small decks that they're making. That said, this looks amazing. I'm gonna obviously review it. Card stock seems pretty decent. It's a nice sturdy box, nice sturdy book. It's the done by an author I truly respect. Let's see, how long has this been? Let's find out how long this has been out so I can feel bad again. Let's see. This came out October 7th. So out now if you want to get it. But I will definitely be doing a review of that. I already have like three things that are just waiting for reviews, but I just haven't written the reviews yet. So, yeah, I kind of suck. All right. Ooh. Oh. This is this is something I could hear that thud? That's a book shaking everything. What the heck? Surrealism and operative alchemy, the secret language at the origins of the surrealist movement. All right. Well, Inner Traditions gave this guy the sexy hardcover treatment, so there must be something truly special going on here. I certainly haven't really, I mean, I'm no expert. I barely remember the stuff I read. So I was about to be like, I'm certainly no expert on surrealism and operative alchemy. It's like I'm an expert on anything. And just because I haven't heard of something certainly doesn't mean that it's not already been wonderfully examined somewhere. But I digress. So this looks pretty interesting. I'm not sure. I mean, almost all books I want to review, but I'm not sure when I'll get to it. But it certainly is interesting subject matter because it's stuff that I'm not informed on, which obviously always is intriguing. Looks like, I mean, like I said, they gave it a really nice treatment. Look at I love this. I know it's silly to talk about just the aesthetics, but I mean, I haven't read the book yet, so I am judging a book by its cover. But yeah, I love this print. I've been really into. Yeah, it looks like this one's pretty plain. A lot of the hardcovers that I've been getting lately have had really beautiful surprises when you take off the dust jacket. It does have some really interesting people that I respect as like endorser, pull quotey type reviews on it. So that's the first one that really just took me by surprise. Where I'm like, I don't think I requested it, although again, it's not something that I'm familiar with, so that tends to intrigue me more and making me want to. Okay, we are getting close to the end. Let's see. Oh, I thought I sliced all the way through this one, but maybe not. And still in. Oh, right. All right, so another uncorrected proof advanced reader copy for a book that comes out in February. Who knows? Mama Rose, Fearless. It looks like it's a book of affirmations. And so I'm not like a huge affirmation girly, but I actually asked for the review copy because I know a lot of people really are, and I'm always looking. I'm always on the lookout for like a nice affirmation or something. And this seemed like a nice. I mean, obviously this is the uncorrected proof, so I'm not sure what the final product's going to look like totally. But this looked like a nice little compact way to kind of just examine some affirmations, see if anything resonated with me, if I thought it would resonate with any of my readers, that kind of thing. And although I do not know Mama Rose, I mean, how can you not love a person that's Mama Rose? I mean, it's Mama Rose. That's that. Okay, last thing is a box. And it doesn't feel like it's too full, but there's definitely some packing material to get around. Oh my. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, so this box came from Inner Traditions. Ooh, well, you know. So we got ourselves here some Gary Lockman. I am a big Gary Lockman fan. Uh, I got to interview him years and years and years ago, a little 10-question interview like I do on my website. And he was an absolute delight to do the little 10-question interview with. Not super active on social media, but we've had some really nice exchanges on there. Just seems like a really cool guy, very respected occultist. Had been one of the founding members of Blondie, so, obviously. That was the big thing when I did the interview was like, okay, I know she's really excited that I've been in Blondie, but I don't want to talk about Blondie. I'm like supposed to be talking about my occult writing. And so like at the end of the interview, I was like, so are you surprised I didn't ask any questions about Blondie? He's like, yeah, I actually am. So like I said, he seems like an all right guy. And like I said, I know he is very well respected in the occult community. So I am excited. I'm not like a huge. I'm not because this is like yeah, this is kind of like a biography vibe thing, and I'm not like I sort of like biographies and memoirs, and I sort of don't. But yeah, if it's Gary Lockman, yes, I do. I'm sure it's going to be. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. It's probably been out forever. I don't have a sell sheet to tell you, but the last time I read a memoir, kind of like a memoir biography that I dug, I believe, was it called Meeting of Magicians. The guy who wrote Occulture was very good. That book that I totally do not remember the name or author of is in my bookshop if you want to read it. It was a great book. It was a great book, despite me remembering no defining details to give to you. And the very last thing we have is a deck. The Dream Wisdom Oracle. Giant box. Here's the thing, I'm not going to be bitchy about other publishers sending me giant boxes because they did not innovate to make the perfect miniature sized deck like Weiser did. Which apparently this has just turned into a complaining about Weiser not making everything small. Okay, let's see what we got here. So I took the wrapper off. It's still obviously got some glare issues. We've got the little magnetic type of opening. Obviously, the thing that is nice about larger boxes like these is you get larger, easier to handle guidebooks, which is really nice because then they're just like almost just little trade paperbacks on their own. So that's what we've got here. And let's see, because obviously, as we've talked about, it's an oracle deck, so it's going to have kind of its own thing going on. Looks like we've got some kind of instructee card things, which will make pretty backs that are different from the deck itself. But looks like that's okay. You know what? Gosh darn it. I was really hoping to just be like, yeah, and I may or may not get around to reviewing this, but it's got some beautiful artwork on it. Look at that art. I mean, darn you all. We've got, yeah, just, it's got some really nice art. It's got some some vertical and horizontal themed artwork, which is always kind of, I'm always intrigued as to whether or not there's significance to when they do that or not. So now I want to know if there's a difference between, the vertical and horizontal, all that stuff. Now I have questions, and the only way to get answers is by actually, God forbid, reading about the product and reviewing the product. Because if I'm going to do that, why not share what I've learned? Okay, so that is everything. And honestly, I've been rambling a lot longer than I anticipated. I thought this would be about half the length it's going to probably end up being, particularly since I don't know how to edit. So if somebody ever wants to volunteer to edit poorly created video, let me know. I'm happy to have you. I know that I've spent a lot of time in this video talking about feeling bad about how long it takes me to get to products, how long it gets me to take to do things, blah, blah, blah in general. And that's not going to change. I do feel bad about that. I have recently been on vacation over the holidays, and if a lot of you probably already know, I have a lot of chronic health issues. I have small fiber neuropathy, which kind of is an inflammation problem that is an umbrella for a lot of other problems. So, I have fatigue, chronic headaches, increased like GERD, acid reflux type issues, vulvar pain issues, that kind of thing. And they all kind of stem from this one thing that there isn't really a treatment for. There's just treating the symptoms of kind of thing. And I mean, obviously, chronic illness is certainly not a contest, and it's not a race. It's not a competition. And I know that a lot of creators and authors and just regular people that I admire suffer from just as bad, if not worse, conditions, and their productivity levels are more than what I produce. But what I have learned during this vacation is not having to not have to worry about my day job, not having to worry about so much the day-to-day things in your life that go into having a day job. So not just the day job, but worrying about my car, my driving, my commute, the food that I pack to take to work, the interactions that I have with coworkers and outward-facing like clients and that kind of thing. Having to deal with issues at home, like we had a broken sink, my mom's had some issues, that kind of things that happen at home while I'm at work, as well as, all the things I like to try to do, like try to make time to socialize with friends, try to make time to work on the Magical Buffet and its Patreon and all of its assorted sundries and such. And it wasn't until I had the time to just not do anything except the things that I was up to that I realized how much I actually overextend myself on a day-to-day basis. And I suspect that a lot of people that have some sort of chronic illness can understand what I'm talking about, where it's like when you get the chance to slow down and your body, you can really listen to your body, you realize that it's kind of amazing that you manage to do anything at all. Because once I was able to control my environment more, I realized that like if I do one thing, it takes me like a couple of hours to really recover from it. It's like I took a shower and did a photo set for my Patreon After Dark, and this was yesterday. I did that and I thought, oh, okay, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna have a seltzer, I'm gonna read a little bit, and then I'm gonna go out in the kitchen and record this video, which is certainly not that hard of impact. I have to clear off some space on the table, set up the video, and that's about it, and then ramble like an idiot. And, I couldn't even make that happen. By the time I did my shower, I did the photo set, and I came down, once I had the chance to just sit, I fell right asleep. Which, obviously isn't a thing that can happen when you're in a cubicle at an office, that kind of thing. And that's when it really started to hit me that I really do accomplish quite a bit, more than I probably should. And part of that is because of things that I want to, like, obviously, I don't prioritize my day job other than I have a mortgage to pay. I mean, I have a good job. I like the people I work with. Ain't nothing, but it's still just a job. Like, take it or leave it. But I do need money. And so obviously that ends up becoming the number one priority because capitalism. So, but the things that I'd like to prioritize, getting some time to socialize with friends, having time to work on things for the Magical Buffet website and the Patreon, my Etsy store, basically witchy shit, really ends up falling behind a lot. And so I really do want to apologize to my few supporters because I've got, some pretty loyal readers and supporters, and also authors and publishers and publicists that send me so much stuff in good faith that it's going to see the light of day somewhere somehow. And just to it's one of those where it's like I want to do kind of like a non-apology apology. I want to apologize that the amount of content that I output isn't as much as I would like. And sometimes, like, obviously, my videos are not of a quality that I would like. But I felt like, especially because I hadn't really written or talked about it too much in general, I thought it was a good time, especially at this kind of transition from end of year to new year, to just let you guys know that I still am really suffering from health issues. And they really do drag down my momentum on just a lot of things, even if it's things that I love. And like I said, I know I've got a lot of chronic illness. I know I got a lot of spoony brothers and sisters out there, and they know exactly what I'm talking about. But I thought for those of you who may not have known, may have forgotten, I thought this was a good time to just kind of let you know that that really is still going on, and that I'm, like everyone else out there, I'm trying my best, and that if in a perfect world, I would use the energy that I had towards Magical Buffet rather than other things. But as we've all learned, that's not necessarily how the world works. And that's pretty much the end of that kind of bummer-ish end to the video. But what I did want to also say is that 2025 was in fact a horrible year. I wrote about it on my Patreon. But it also had a lot of really high moments, and almost all the high moments that I had were because of the Magical Buffet and the friends and supporters that I have through here. So to that I wanted to say, thank you for helping me get through 2025, and that I hope we all have a much better 2026. And we'll see how that goes for everyone and for the Magical Buffet. So best wishes.